Well, welcome back all. Peter Clark here from OBRE Real Estate, and once again joined by Hayley Mitchell, updating you on the current changes to the Residential Tenancies Act coming on the 29th of March 2021. And we're now going to talk about the all-important rental payments. So there are a few changes and some of them are a little complicated, and I believe you're going to try and delve this down for us so we can all understand it nice and clearly. Let's talk about rental payments. How can rent be paid?
So we have to provide an electronic method moving forward, and it has to be fee-free for the renter. So I think that's a good positive change. We also have to accept Centrepay, which is Centrelink payments. So there's no issue there. I'm happy with that change. The other part of it is the rent increases. So we can only increase the rent now once every 12 months rather than every 6. And that came in 2019 that actually came in. So that's been in for a little while.
Very good. And rent arrears?
Okay, this is the fun one. So I'm going to try and simplify it as much as possible.
Note you said fun there.
So the way it's going to work, there's going to be a strike system for rent arrears, meaning that a renter can be more than 5 times in arrears every 12-month period, and it will reset every 12 months as well. So what I mean by that is you've got to wait till your renters are 14 days late. On the 15th day, you serve a notice to vacate. The renter will then be given 14 days plus postage, and if we're doing Regi Post, let's say another 21 days to pay the rent. If they pay all of the rent that's on that notice in that 21-day period, it's just one strike. And they're allowed to do that 4 times before you can even get to VCAT. However, on the 5th occasion of a non-payment of rent in a rolling 12-month period, even if they pay the rent between that notice to vacate date and the termination date, the extra 21 days, you can get before VCAT, but VCAT will either give you possession. They could adjourn it. They could adjourn the hearing and send the tenant to financial counselling, or you can get a payment plan. So you're not guaranteed to get possession of a property even after they've got to that 5th strike. Now, if you get to the 1 strike and they don't pay any money, you're straight to VCAT. But it's where a renter plays that game by being that late and then using the extra time in the notice to actually pay the rent. Now, saying that, I don't have any tenants on my portfolio, and you probably don't have any on yours who would actually play this game anyway. So it's going to be in the very, very rare circumstance that we actually have a situation where a renter is playing the rent arrears game.
The process itself is very similar to what's already been done. It's more the adjudication, isn't it? And
Correct.
This 5-strike system that's changed compared to what we're used to operating under.
That's right. And usually, VCAT's kind of been around 2 to 3 times if a tenant's late. Then they've given you possession. Now it's kind of moved to that 5 strike. So, and remember, it resets every 12 months. So you've just got to make sure that if you want to, if you have a tenant in the first 12 months that's playing this game, you might want to serve them with an end of fixed term tenancy so that you can then relet the property in the following year.
So it's probably going to come back to one, choosing and processing your tenant applications or rental applications correctly.
Yes.
And then 2, judging in that first 12 months whether that's going to be a regular occurrence or whether it was just a bit of a one-off. Absolutely.
And if a renter calls you and says, my rent's going to be a couple of days late, fantastic, communicate. That's what we need. But yeah, I think it's one that I think has gone a little bit too far in the renter's favour. Yeah.
But we've got it and we've got to deal with it.
That's it.
It's coming in. So guys, thank you very much again for tuning in. We'll be back with our next update very shortly.